Calling all true crime aficionados. The true crime genre has exploded in recent years, with a new series popping up all the time. The best series are terrifying, compelling, and completely addictive, and let you see into the minds of criminals. They also show you how law enforcement hunts down criminals and solves crimes, which is fascinating stuff. Here are our top 10 crime series that will make your skin crawl and your stomach churn. We've all been there. You're getting ready for bed and you turn on Netflix to watch something before hitting the hay. And then it happens. There's a true crime documentary. Whatever the case may be, you find yourself hooked. You can't turn it off because there's so much suspense, tension, and drama, and not just on screen. You start wondering what happened. You start thinking about all the people who might have been affected by this crime. You start wondering if whoever did it has gotten away with it yet, or if they ever will. This year, we were treated to a string of chilling true crime documentaries such as Tinder Swindler, The Girl in the Picture, The Puppet Master, Captive Audience, and Worst Roommate Ever. Well, these true crime documentaries were compelling watches, so were dramatized versions of real-life events. Inventing Anna, The Dropout, and The Staircase were among those that starred top-tier talent and portrayed the horrors of true crime with aplomb. Though spoiled for choice, we've managed to narrow down the top 10 shows you should be binging right now. Number 10. Inventing Anna, Netflix. The limited series, which is based on a true story, tells the wild tale of fraudster Anna Sorokin, who posed as the wealthy German heiress Anna Delvey while living in New York City. The mysterious NYC socialite scammed her way into an enviable life of luxury and conned many of New York's upper crust into giving her money. As well as scamming wealthy socialites, she also swindled several prominent banks and hotels during her time in New York City. She even created the Anna Delvey Foundation, a private club, an art foundation that was designed to attract wealthy donors and further her brand. During her prosecution, she was alleged to have stolen around $275,000. This scripted series from Shonda Rhimes follows the journalistic investigation into Delvey, played by Ozark's Julia Garner. Want to know where she is now? In February 2021, she was released early from prison and returned to Instagram, despite previous reports that Sorokin had been released from custody and sent back to Germany. A spokesperson for ICE confirmed to People on March 15, 2022, that she remains in a New York detention center pending removal. Number 9. Tinder Swindler, Netflix. The Tinder Swindler case was one of the biggest documentaries of 2022, full of shocking revelations and stories. It ended with Simon Leviev being a name everyone will remember for the rest of their lives. This romance scam documentary follows the victims of Shimon Hayat, a con man who wooed women on Tinder into giving him hundreds of thousands of dollars by posing as a Russian oligarch, the son of Israeli-Russian diamond tycoon Lev Leviev. Despite the film claiming that Leviev stole $10 million from his victims, he is living as a free man. The team behind this juicy doc introduces Felicity Morris, producer and director of the award-winning Netflix hit Don't F with Cats. Just weeks after the release of The Tinder Swindler on Netflix, Simon Leviev went full force into his 10 minutes of fame. He was dating Israeli model Kate Conlon and made a Cameo account and was giving out shoutouts. He also got himself a manager to launch an entertainment career. Number 8. The Watcher, Netflix. This Ryan Murphy series is an odd one. It's based on a true story published in New York Magazine, titled The Haunting of a Dream House by writer Reeves Weideman. The show follows the Braddock family's purchase of a very nice house in a very nice neighborhood, which turns out to be not so nice. The Braddocks are then stalker-mailed a series of mildly threatening letters to definitely threatening ones, leading to psychological trauma and them putting the house back on the market mere months after purchasing it. The real-life case has yet to be solved. Detectives are still at a loss as to the identity of the letter writer. Number 7. Candy, Disney+. Jessica Biel stars as Candy Montgomery, a normal church-going mother and wife living an ordinary life, until she murders her best friend and next-door neighbor with an axe. Candy testified in court, "I hit her, and I hit her, and I hit her." She is said to have struck Betty 41 times in total. The murder took place after Betty's husband, Alan, had an affair with Candy. After a number of sexual encounters, Alan told Candy he couldn't continue with the affair any longer. When Betty confronts Candy about the affair, she admitted to it but said it was long since over. Like her turn in the 2017 TV drama The Sinner, Biel's performance in this terrible tale of jealousy and lust is full of vivid emotion. Psychiatrists later testified that Candy suffered a dissociative reaction and was in this state when she killed Betty. Extraordinarily, she served no jail time and is still with her husband. She now works in mental health. This once again proves that the truth and true crime can be stranger than fiction. fiction. Number 6. Bad Vegan. Fame, Fraud, Fugitives. Netflix. In 2015, celebrity restaurateur and queen of vegan cuisine, Sarma Melngialis disappeared after embezzling millions of dollars from her raw food eatery Pure Food and Wine. According to Vanity Fair, the investigation found that her husband, Anthony Strangus, had conned her into believing that he could expand her food empire and make her dog immortal. This Netflix docuseries gives a detailed account of how the couple went from vegan dreamers to runaway fugitives. Number 5. The Girl from Plainville. Stan. In The Girl from Plainville, Elle Fanning plays 17-year-old Michelle Carter, a high school student who is charged with manslaughter after texting her boyfriend, encouraging him to kill himself. The series alternates between past and present, showing how the two met, their interchanges, their social circle, and all that led to Conrad's death in 2014 after he filled the truck with carbon monoxide. The tragic moment ended with a landmark texting suicide conviction that landed her in prison for involuntary manslaughter. Since her 2020 release, the Court of Public Opinion has maintained many indictments about her: bully, liar, murderer. But The Girl from Plainville offers a whole other perspective: misunderstood. As depicted in the series, Michelle, like Conrad, had a history of mental illness which was conveniently underplayed in news coverage as well as throughout her trial. Today, people still argue about Michelle's degree of responsibility for what happened in Plainville. While digital toxicity escalates to alarming levels, teen suicide cases continue to rise, and mental health remains stigmatized in many circles. In The Girl from Plainville, these intersecting issues are humanized and provoke the question of whether Michelle received the appropriate punishment for her behavior. Number 4. The Most Hated Man on the Internet. Netflix. This 3-part documentary series traces the rise and fall of Is Anyone Up?, a notorious website that posted revenge porn, and its unrepentant founder Hunter Moore. It also features the site's many victims and the people who worked to bring it down, including an anti-bullying activist and a devoted mom, Charlotte Laws. The docuseries dives into how and why Moore created his infamous revenge porn website, the countless crimes he committed in the process, and the lengths Charlotte Laws went to in order to take him down. After a long battle with Laws, whose daughter was harmed by the site, Moore was finally punished for running his business. He ended up in jail and the site was sold to someone else. It took a lot for him to be taken down, but it was worth it in the end. After being released from prison in May 2017, Moore self-published a tell-all book called Is Anyone Up?, the story of revenge porn. Number 3. Unsolved Mysteries 3. Netflix. Netflix's iconic true crime documentary series returned for a 3rd volume this year, with stories including the mysterious death of a female college-bound athlete, a mass UFO sighting, the disappearance of a college student after a party, and the drowning of a beloved school librarian and experienced boater. What is it about unsolved mysteries that we find so intriguing, so chilling? We're fascinated by the unexplained, brimming with a sort of weird hope that we ourselves might solve the case. Number 2. Dahmer. Netflix. The series Dahmer, Monster: The Jeffrey Dahmer Story stars Evan Peters as the titular character, a harrowing depiction of horrific true events. Jeffrey Dahmer, also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal, was responsible for the murder of 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. Perhaps the most interesting thing about the series is how viewers have reacted to it. This latest in the string of Ryan Murphy productions has quickly become one of Netflix's biggest releases, but it has also raised a lot of questions in regard to the genre of true crime. Some have heralded the show as a good example of the genre, while others have pointed out how disrespectful it is to real-world victims and their families. Is it unethical to profit off of tragedies? The short answer is maybe. Number 1. The Staircase. The Staircase is a fascinating documentary about novelist Michael Peterson, played by Colin Firth, who was accused of killing his wife Kathleen, played by Toni Collette, in December 2001. It's based on a 2004 French-produced documentary called The Staircase, a multi-year project that spanned all the way to 2018. The story itself is compelling. Was Michael's sexual relationship with a male the catalyst for him killing Kathleen? What about the fact that his friend died under similar circumstances, also found at the bottom of a staircase? Could an owl really have killed Kathleen? The popularity of the documentary about the Peterson family, including Michael's legal case, was sure to make a dramatized version a hit. Of course, talents like Firth and Collette helped a lot too. True crime dramatizations are nothing new, but this one is a standout. Just like in the documentary, at the end you still don't know what to think. Did he? Didn't he? And that's it. We've run down our top 10 true crime series you can watch right now. Which one will you pick to binge on first? Did we miss any from our list that you think we need to see? Let us know in the the comments below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.